Every time you publish the schedule, we remind the driver of the URL to click on. When they click on that URL, this is the page they land on. All they need to do is click on their own name and type in their 4-digit PIN number. We automatically default the PIN number to the last 4 digit of their phone number, but you can change that inside their profile. So if you're looking at an individual profile, scroll down where it says PIN code, and you're able to change that. So once they type in that PIN number, and we always remind them what that PIN number is each time you publish your schedule. So they're consistently reminded and they don't have to worry about forgetting. This is only for drivers, and that's because there is no confidential information that they have access to. If you have managers or if you have individuals that have administrative capability, they are not able to log into this page for clock in, clock out purposes because of the fact that there are so much confidential information inside Route Elite. They must utilize their email address and password to log in. Once the driver has logged in, they just simply click on clock in and the ticker starts going forward. If they want to take a lunch, if they want to take a break, they can do that. Taking lunch is unpaid. Taking a break is paid. And clocking out, obviously, is clocking out. And all of that data will automatically sync itself into payroll data. On their shifts, they're always able to see the days that they are working and the route numbers that they are going to be running for that specific day. This is in addition to the text message and the email notification that we send them every time you publish your schedule. They are able to request time off simply by selecting the date. I can't choose today, so I'll choose something in the future, of course. So the 14th through the 15th, they can provide why they need that time off, and they can click on save. I'll show you what that looks like on your side in just a second. They are able to report maintenance task related items, and they are able to change their desires as far as what days they would like to work or not. Inside tasks, it's important to recognize the fact that they have to choose the vehicle number in order to essentially say needs new tire as an example. And they can type whatever note they have, and that will automatically go to your mechanic, etc., etc. The URL where your drivers are able to log in and log out and clock in, clock out, and everything is this simple thing called company driver URL. It sits inside our getting started page. In my operation, in all of my CSAs, I have a tablet stand, as you're seeing, where it's always on this page. So when drivers walk in, they're able to simply click on their name, type their PIN number, and clock in, clock out, request time off, and everything in between. This is in addition to them being able to do the exact same thing on their cell phone. So it just depends on the structure you want to have in your organization. If your station does not allow you to have a tablet stand, you can have a QR code that directs employees into that page. Again, they always receive this URL. Inside there is a text message when we notify them about their schedule. But just in case they don't have it or whatever the case is, you can download this QR code, and this is what it will look like. So post this inside your vehicles, post this on the wall, just tape it on the wall, tape it on your locker. Doesn't really matter. If you have this and they scan this through their camera, it will automatically bring them to this page which will allow them to clock in, clock out, request time off, etc. Let's take a look at what it looks like when a driver has requested time off. So in this case, this driver, let's say it's requesting time off for the 14th through the 15th, have to see grandma, and they click on save. Now what you noticed is as soon as I clicked on save, this is assuming the driver doesn't know how to request time off, or they've asked you to do it. Whatever the scenario is, you're able to request time off on their behalf, or they're able to do it on their own cell phone or the tablet that we've been discussing, right? As soon as they request for it, or even if you request on their behalf, no matter where you are, you're always going to see this request. So currently there is one person that is pending approval or rejection. I click on that, I see that they are requesting time off and they want to see their grandma. If I click on approve, what happens is that individual instantly receives a text message saying you have been approved. Thank you. It will also automatically show on the scheduling software so that you don't have to remember the fact that Alexander Yaki is not working on that day. We've taken this one step further and we have this thing called monthly time off view. Very, very, very powerful for the purposes of planning, and especially as peak season always is around the corner. It's very important to look at this. So in this case, I can see pending is orange or yellow, approved is green, and available basically means they're not requesting any time off. So I can see here that the only person that's requested time off is essentially Alexander Yaki, but he's still pending. So imagine if you have 20, 30, 40 drivers and they're all asking time off. This allows you to plan and understand exactly whom to approve and whom to reject. Unfortunately, in this business, we don't have too much of the privilege of rejection, and that's why when you click on reject, we instantly tell you why are you rejecting them. So if I click on deny, and you can see here, it basically says what is the reason that you want to deny this individual. So we basically send a text message saying, hey dude, we're rejecting you because we're super, super busy. We just can't afford it, right? So let's take a look at one more section. So had you approved, this is my own operation in the live production environment, you can see that in my operation, this individual had this day off, these individuals had these days off, and that person has those days off and nothing else. And there's nothing pending in my current CSA, my own production operation. So it allows you to really pinpoint everything. Now, if we go back to the scheduling page, we can see that that individual, Alexandra de la Rosa, has time off, and Elias Habi, time off throughout the week, and if it's been approved. So if they have been approved, it automatically shows up in here so that you don't have to remember anything. It's automatically here, and you get to take appropriate action and make sure you schedule somebody else to show up for work for that day. If you want to change an individual's desire to work, so let's say this driver sends you a message saying, boss, I'm available to work Monday through Friday and my desire is now 10. So one, they can do that themselves, right? On their cell phone, on the tablet, through the QR code. Or if you want to do it on their behalf, you want to click that number where it's usually 0. And you're going to basically change their desires as they have requested. Now, when peak season comes along, or once every 6 to 12 weeks is what I usually recommend to my own operational managers, you want to make sure this desire is staying up to date. So what you do is at the very top, you click on this thing called SMS Everyone for Desire. So if I click on that, you can see what it says is this will send out an SMS to all of your active people, asking them to update their desires for the days that they are available / unavailable to work. So if I click on that send and close, what it will do is it'll send out a text message to everybody saying, "Hi John, FG Delivery Logistic would like for you to update your desires. Click here to do so." They click on the link, no PIN number, no username, no email, nothing. It's basically a simple one-page, mobile-friendly, that they will see. They will change their desire and click on submit, and instantly and automatically everything will show in here.